Hello everybody. Today Guild Wars 2 started the Landspear beta test and I'm going to show you the new Landspears which will be introduced with the Jantir expansion. During this beta test we can try all the classes and all the Landspears, and I'm going to briefly show how to create a beta character, but these beta characters are going to end at June 30th. And the progress also will be lost for these beta characters, but if you're watching this before June 13th, I'm gonna show briefly how to open a beta character. So these 3 slots are for the beta characters, and every account has it, including the free accounts, so we can just double click this one and we can create our character. It doesn't matter which one we select, like we can select any of these. This part is the one actually matters, because every class has a different weapon skill and every class has different functionality with those weapon skills. So I'm going to start with the heavy classes, then medium classes, and I'm going to go to the light classes later. So let's pick Guardian first. This part also doesn't matter, and also this part doesn't matter. Because the game gives us preset gear and preset talents and traits, and everything should be set for this beta test. Also, as you can notice, there are no story for these characters. We can just dive into the game and start testing our character. For this one, I'd like to actually write a simple name so I can delete this one and start a new character with the same name. And that's why I'm using this name. And like I said, the progress and rewards earned by beta characters will not be saved to your account. So whatever you do with these, that'll be it. They will be gone at the June 30th. And as you can see, there are many people trying the new beta characters. Yeah, and I'm gonna briefly show what I do, how I test my characters. So if you want to test characters like I do, you can also see that as well. And let's start. I'm going to move to fractal waypoints and get to the fractals here. You can do this in some other places like the raid training zone, and I guess PvP has some training dummies as well. But I like fractals because it's usually empty and it's pretty simple to set up here. We just have to get the golem options, indestructibility, champion, the golems, and 4 idle ones. And that's it. And now, the Guardian has the own auto attack damage, and it has 3 target limits, so we can actually hit more than 1 characters with this auto attack. And second skill is a dash that attacks everyone in his line, and its third skill is a AoE damage. I guess it has, yeah, it attacks and it also gives us illuminated. Yes. So we attack this and that. Yeah, we can use illuminated attack with this one. So, third skill and 5th skill gives us illuminated, and you don't have to be inside the symbol to get the illuminated one. So we just have to spam our skills to keep the illuminated on. I guess this is a DPS weapon. At least it looks like it, but it has some condi removes as well, like this Solar Storm removes conditions. And this one heals as well. Maybe healers could use this one. But it would be nice to see some sort of DPS with the spear. It could actually be useful in World vs. World, since it's a healer weapon, I guess. That's condi removes, CC, and heal. Might be pretty little bit difficult to heal with this attack only, but with the other ones, maybe it could be useful. Let's try this. Yeah. We just have to combo our attacks for the Guardian. And use our eliminated effect. And its range is a little bit higher than I expected. Overall, it's pretty decent. I like this one. And with that said, maybe we should move on to another class. This one is the Revenant Spear, Land Spear skills. So, oh, the Revenant has range ones. And can we... No, it's not piercing, it attacks just a single target. And this one... So it has a... I say mid-range. And this one attacks... Yeah. So... Vertical is the one we saw during the... During the video they showed us about the spear skills. And fourth one says it pulls out. I guess this is a decent CC. Yes, it has Defiance Break on it. And this has Abyssal... a Crushing Abyss effect on it. So after 5 stacks, I guess we'll get another effect? No. So at maximum spec, when we swap, yeah. We have to swap our weapon at 5 stacks to get the AoE effect that we just got. Pretty decent, actually. So the thing I'm curious about is if... No, I don't think it gives additional stacks with the characters they hit. I like the fourth skill, it has a decent Defiance Break effect. So we need to stack the fifth skill 5 times, this Crushing Abyss skill effect. And its cooldown reduces with auto attacks. So at 5 we can swap our weapons and get this AoE damage effect. I like the Revenant one. I might actually use the spear for open world. It's a bit slow though. Maybe they could make it a little faster. I guess they made all the spear skills a little bit slow than the other ones. Maybe if you use quickness, you can negate the slowness of the spear. See, the mace and axe is pretty much faster than these. Than the spear one, yeah. Yeah. Oh, skills actually decrease its cooldown a little bit more than the auto attack. So there are more applications for the 5th skill. Yeah, and I guess that's it for the Revenant. I'm gonna move to Warrior. Let's try out the Warrior. So Warrior has an F skill that we can use. This one has a decent range. A little bit longer than the Revenant's one. So we have to be close to our target, I guess, for that one. Yeah. So let me try this one first. That looks okay. So for the first skill we have CC, and fourth skill also have CC. Well, let's try both of them. Yeah. So the CC for this one only works if they're using a skill. Mesmer used to have something like that, if I remember correctly. And let's check the Berserk one. Ooh. That's awesome. Yeah, I like that one. Is this condition? No. Yeah, Warriors needed a decent range weapon. Only range weapon that non-Condi Warriors could use was Rifle. And now with this, I guess they're going to be able to use decent range weapon. Yeah, I like this one. I don't think there are more. So this one actually marks your target. Mark a single target after shoulder bomber target kills. Oh, so if the target is closer, there is less delay. If it's more farther, it takes 1.5 seconds to attack. It's pretty nice. I like the Warrior one. Yeah, I probably like the Warrior one best for the heavy classes. Because Warrior needed this, the other two does have decent weapons for the... Yeah, like Guardian has a decent healing weapons, and I guess Revenant has okay Condi weapons for... instead of the spear, but like I said, if you want to try something new, I guess these spears aren't that bad. Yeah, half a second if you're too close. Yeah, I like it. And this one. So that's all for Warrior. So for medium classes, I'm gonna start with the Ranger. I guess this one's also a range weapon. Yep. Its range is a little bit short, but it still has a decent range, and it has two different range. Nice, it could be melee or range, I guess. Yeah. I wonder the others have the same option, I forgot to check that. Ooh, nice. So if we stealth, we get new skills. So this one stealths you, and if you stealth, you get new skills for the current instead of the current ones. Like if you stealth, there's a this one becomes a pierce skill, and if you stealth, this one's actually a decent, better leap. And it can CC, it can break Defiance. Stealth, this one gives us only 3 seconds, but it's probably enough for you to use your other skills. Yeah, without leap, it doesn't break any defiance, but with leap, it breaks the defiance. So this skill also has a stealth skill, and if we use it, it throws out a net that can immobilize people. This would be pretty nice in PvP. I mean, any content where you fight against other players, I like the immobilize effect. Because people don't usually have anything against it. There are builds that stops the immobilize pretty fast, like warriors. But I like that anyways, so let's melt again and immobilize. There. So there should be an unleash skill as well for the soul beast. Okay. I guess nothing that flashy. Or it doesn't have an unleash skill, I guess. Maybe because they added the stealth effect for this one, they didn't do the unleash one. Maybe. I'm not sure how it works. Yep. So that should be it for the ranger. So, like the ranger, it can either use it melee or range according to its distance from the target that they are attacking. And like usual, Thieves has a stealth skill on the first one. So we need to be stealthed for the stealth attack to work, but before that, these two skills has three skills actually. They start with a lead attack and a follow-up and a finisher, and this one works like that as well. And if we use, let's start with the lead attack. If we use a lead attack on this one, this turns out of, they both turn follow-up and lead attack, follow-up, and the finisher. And after we use finisher, we can use these other three skills, like lead, follow-up, finisher. And if we use this as a finisher, stealth attack, we get bonus for that specific skill. Like if we use this one as a finisher, let me check. If you use this after a finisher, it counts as a lead attack. And continue, follow up, and finisher. And once again. So if you use it after a finisher, this one gains actually, this one can block additional attacks. So Thief is a bit different than the other ones that I played so far. And apparently this one is a condition mainly. Skill. So 1, 2, 3, and once again we start. We could use this one as a condition damage dealer because it has quite a few bleeds on it and poison as well. Stealth and finisher. And this is a we can use fourth skill as a CC, and fifth skill is actually blocks attacks. I'm not sure, it could be useful in raids or strikes, but we don't have to use it actually for raids and strikes. maybe start lead attack with this one, follow up with that one again, and finish with this one to stealth and do the lead effect for this one, for the stealth attack. We can also use this stealth to actually enter in stealth. I guess thieves are going to continue being a condition damage dealer. Okay, let's start with the engineer. This one has a only melee attack, and in the land spear one, there's a different mechanic for this one. With your second skill, you dedicate a focus target, and if you attack that focus target, you'll do extra damage, and it takes does different effects according to, like, it attacks extra to your focus target, and if you with your third skill you charge your lightning rod, and if you press again, it attacks to your target. And if we use our second skill again, we designate another target as a focus. I guess the thing that's on top of them are the markers for the focus target. And when we use like this last one we did is actually the focus target for the AoE ones. But as long as this effects persist on the enemy, we can actually use the focus target effects on them, like this, and this is a CC. This one's pretty straightforward, and this is a burn on the damage. It has a lot of burns on the build, and I guess we can stack them easily. Yeah. Burn and bleed. So basically the engineer's spear is also a on the damage spear, which can only be used in melee range, by the way. The Revenant, Thief and Ranger can use both melee and range, but engineer can only use it in melee range. So I guess that's it for the engineer. Now it's time for the Necromancer. It appears it is a melee weapon only. We can't actually throw our spear to my enemy unless I use force skill. It throws your spear and you move on to the marked target if you hit it successfully. So third skill, as you can see with the symbol, it's a daze. It CCs the enemy, and this one is just a series of attacks, and this one, wound remove. I guess it's AoE wound remove, and it removes wounds from 3 targets. And you can see the little things that's around us. It actually spawns, like this one spawns soul shards. And this one spawns soul shards as well. I don't think this one spawns it. Yeah, this one also spawns soul shards. So when you use this one, you siphon health from the enemy. You can spend your soul shards with perforate, the second skill, and generate them with your other skills. And if you use the second skill again, you siphon health from the enemy. And it actually yeah, I guess it all siphons all the soul shards when you attack. Yeah, so the amount of soul shard you spend all of the soul shards that you generate after you use the second skill. And the maximum amount of those soul shards you can produce is 6. And this is a power melee weapon for Necromancers. I mean, I guess these are just the same. Yeah, there's no difference with your Reaper skills. It's probably the same with all your F skills in every specialization. And all. Yeah. So that's it for the Necromancer, I guess. Now it's time for the Mesmer. So let's start with the ambush skill actually. So we create this, and this is our ambush skill. Pretty decent, I guess. It's mostly power. Yeah, it's a power skill. This looks like a power weapon with some healing on it actually. Like if you use this skill, heals us. I don't think it heals your allies, it just heals you. Yeah. So if we create this one, it creates if we attack the outer edge, it creates a clone. And for this one, for skill, we dash and we spawn a phantasm at our location. And this should be a CC, yeah. It's a AoE CC with decent Defiance break number on it. And I guess we can use this on competitive play because it has most of the requirements for a competitive play. Like we have a dash with a cripple and immobilize on it. We have blur and healing on our third skill. This skill gives us clarity and it does additional stuff according to the next skill we use. Like this skill gives us clarity, and if we use this one, we also remove conditions, and again this skill gives us clarity. If you use this one, summon an additional phantasm. Like we summon 2 phantasms if we use this skill with clarity, and we use this with clarity, like I can show it. It actually stuns. I guess the Defiance Break is powerful than the normal one. And I guess there's also a teleport. Let me try this one. I want to try the ambush again. Yeah, this is ambush. So let's try this one again. Yeah, this also is a teleport. Like we have movement, immobilize, cripple, heal, invulnerability. These are the skills that we need in competitive play. So I guess we can say Mesmer has a decent competitive weapon. At least my opinion is like that. I don't know, it can change. Yeah. And if I remember correctly, only Mirage has an ambush skill, so I don't have to test other ones. So yeah, this will be it for the Mesmer. It's now time for the Elementalist. Okay, as usual, Elementalist has multiple weapon skills, so it's gonna take a little longer than the other ones. But the main idea of this weapon is it's a range weapon, and it has a pretty decent range. Like we can hit it around here. Yeah, it has a pretty decent range. And so the main focus of these weapon Elementalist land spear weapon skills are using the 5th skill, then other skills to buff our 5th skill, and then we use 5th skill, this happens. So yeah, I'm just gonna show what happens if we don't use our skills. But in general, you have to use your 5th skill and use 3 skills in your 5th skill area. So if we don't use our 5th skill, it just creates this one. It still hits a decent amount, but if you use 3 other skills, it actually empowers the skill. So let's move on to water. Water, as you can see, fire was like only damage mixed with physical damage a little bit, but the water one is, as always, a healer build. If we don't use our skills, it just does this line thing, which I guess it heals, but if we use our other skills, it actually empowers the heal. And so we have to use our 3rd skill after our 5th skill, because this 3rd skill actually empowers our other skills. Like if you use this one, and that one, and that one, we can use this again, and it does additional stuff. But I guess the fire one was a bit... Fire one has a better visual that I can show. I can try this one again. So let's try this. This one, this one, this one, and this one. Now if I use this one, yeah, just some icicles show up. Fire one has glow thingies appearing, so it's more visual than the water one. So this one is mainly vulnerability and CC, and so if we use our 3rd skill, our next skill will always critical strike. So let's try this one, this one, this one, this one, and that one. So if we press this one again, oh, I guess I was a bit late. Yeah, that one was actually, if there is nothing, if we do nothing, that line shows up. But if we do it properly, these clouds appear as well. It just empowers your 5th skill. And this one also does it's kind of like a rock throw stuff. It gives us stability. It's kind of decent, and it has some CC and cripple on it. So it's probably for... I'd say competitive, because cripple, stability, usually you need those in competitive play again. So if we use our skills back to back, some rocks appear around the target. So this is pretty much it for Elementalist, but Elementalist has another class that actually we need to see, so I'm gonna show that one as well. Let me get out of combat. So actually I don't have to go there for this one. So these Weaver has element combinations. Like if we do this one, this skill changes, but it's mainly a shield or a buff on ourselves. Like this one, it's also a buff, and this one also a buff. We didn't do this one. Also a buff. Like you can see, the 3rd skill with combinations, usually a vigor buff or power buff or super speed. It changes from element to element. Like earth and water gives us vigor and healing. And that's pretty much it for all the spears. Land spears. So only elementals and I guess engineer couldn't use spears at the moment, but after the Giantir expansion we're going to be able to use land spears with Elementalist and engineer as well, and obviously we can use them on land instead of water, in addition to the ability to use them on land and water. And that's pretty much it. Hope you find this helpful. Hope I could show everything that this beta test enables us. And yeah, that's it. And please like and follow this video. Hope you have a great day. Goodbye.